everybody. It is Jay and Bo here again with another episode of the Jay and Bo Show. But this one's different because we're starting over, aren't we, Bo?
We are. It's a
We
revamp.
we're revamping the brand, switching everything up. We're gonna keep all the other podcast episodes up, but we're switching up styles. We're gonna have a schedule now. We're gonna stick to the programming and actually regularly upload here. So that's what we got in store for this new podcast. So this is the first official episode of the Jambo Show, and today we are gonna take the time to actually introduce ourselves because I know out of all of the episodes that we have recorded in the past, I don't think we've ever taken the time to let these people know who we are, Bo.
I don't think we have.
So I think that is how we kick this thing off. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let Bo tell the world who he is. Who is Bo? Who are you?
All right. So my name is Bo. Obviously, I'm the second half of the Jay and Bo Show. I was born and raised in Kansas. When I was growing up, I was in sports. Played baseball, basketball, football, the main three, and then I quit those sports pretty much all in middle school, around the age of 13. And around then is really when I got into competitive gaming, and that's I quit sports. I don't want to say to pursue competitive gaming, but I quit sports because I lost the passion for the sports.
That's what I was.
And
I was just about to ask you that. I was like, dude, did you quit playing sports to start gaming, bro? You
nah,
degenerate.
bro, I was 13. I mean, in the back of my mind, maybe, but I wasn't gonna tell anybody.
The
But yeah,
truth comes
so
out on the podcast. You heard it here first.
but yeah, I really just lost the passion for sports, and just kind of the passion I had for sports kind of went to gaming, and I would play competitive before I really knew what competitive was. I would play competitive like 1v1s, and um, that was in middle school, and that I still played a little in high school as well. And then once Black Ops 3 came out is really when I dove into it and learned a lot about competitive. But other than gaming, uh, I went to school or high school, graduated in 2019. So I graduated last year.
Wow, that's actually
Uh,
insane.
I know, bro. I went off to college, did a semester of like in-person college. Was like, nah, that ain't it. Then I took a semester off, didn't do anything except played video games with the boys. And then over the summer, I started doing college again. I got a job, which same job I have right now. So that's about it so far.
That's it. That's the story of Bo.
That's it. I mean, I might have forgotten some stuff. I'll probably interject when you talk, but
Okay, so
that's
I,
about
I,
it.
I wanted to for the competitive gaming. I mean, where did it come from? I know a lot of people, they just like are very competitive, but like you said, you lost your passion for sports, and I'm assuming you didn't lose your passion for competition because obviously you kept competing. But what what was attractive about gaming that kind of like steered you away from sports?
Okay, so I started my first. Well, I've been gaming like my whole life. Not like gaming hardcore, but back on with the Nintendo 64, me and my brother would always play like Star Fox and what's it called? NFL Blitz.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what that is.
Yeah.
So that's like where I first started playing video games, and then Battlefront 2 on the original Xbox is what we played after that. And then with Call of Duty, I would go to my cousin's house every day in the summer, and I would play Nazi zombies on World at War. every day of the summer, and that's kind of how I was introduced to Call of Duty.
Right.
And when I was 12 years old, that was when Black Ops 2 came out. My my parents, I think, got me a PS3 and my brother an Xbox 360, and my grandpa on Chris I don't know if it was Christmas Day or it was around Christmas time. My grandpa took me and my brother to Walmart, and we got an Xbox 360 version of Black Ops 2 and a PS3 version of Black Ops 2. And so I would just play Black Ops 2, just like pubs, regular matches, and then
Mm-hmm.
I would go on YouTube because like I was so obsessed with the game, and I'd just watch videos, and I started watching Nadeshot play League play, and that's kind of like how I was introduced to competitive. So I would watch him play League play, and then I would start playing it. And could, Jason, could you imagine 12-year-old Bo in game chat with a bunch of strangers he doesn't know talking to them?
Oh no, dude. That.
Bro, believe it or not, I'm shy for those of you who don't know, or I
Yeah.
was not much anymore,
Right.
but I was super shy back then. So me talking in game chat to other people that I didn't know was unheard of, but I did it. I went into league play. I talked to my teammates. I called out. I was a great teammate. I mean, I was not very good at the game, but I was a good teammate. But so that's how I kind of got into competitive originally, and then Nate Shaw also did like Road to 100 and 0 on Game Battles or UMG. I forgot what it was,
Yep.
and
Game
that's kind of how I
battles.
learned about
Black
yeah.
Ops 3 and
That's
Advanced Warfare. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but that's kind of how I learned about Game Battles, and that's kind of like another stepping stone into competitive. It's like a step up from league play.
Right.
It's quite a big step actually,
Yeah.
but so I got on there. Then that's where I played like the 1v1s when this was in Ghosts now, and then I knew a friend. Gage, he was very good at Call of Duty. I had never played with him. I just like heard from other people that he was good. And so I texted him one day. This was in Black Ops 3 now. So I was in high school, like a freshman in high school. And I texted him and I was like, "Yo, do you want to play like competitive Call of Duty?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm down."
and
And so we started playing 2v2s.
and
And
that's
that's
where it
kind
all
of
started.
that's really where it all started, cuz I've played with him ever since then, pretty much every single game.
Right.
Eh, I take that back. Not Infinite Warfare. We did not play Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't really play that game much either. I played it at the start, but after that, it just kind of died out for me. Um, no, dude, that's actually like it's important to kind of know where like the roots come from because almost everybody that I've talked to, like in gaming, has a different background. Like they all come from different walks. And even the people that are in the same category still have like a completely different story of how they stumbled upon it. Like, dude, I was this insane. Like, I was always playing Advanced Warfare. Well, okay, no, take that back. I've always been playing COD pretty much from like Modern Warfare up, and I got like deep into like my competitive side of Advanced Warfare because that was my senior year of high school, and I was done with football like halfway through, and that was like right around the time that Advanced Warfare had dropped, which would have been in the fall,
Mhm.
and that was when they had Clan Wars, when like you had the iPhone app and you like you're on a team with a bunch of other players, and the more wins you get in pubs, the more like strongholds you capture or whatever.
Yeah, it was like competitive pubs.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I fucking love this shit, man. Like, I only had like half days as a senior, my second half of my senior year, so like, I was in a clan with your older brother and some of
Mhm.
his friends and some of my friends, so we had like a pretty solid squad. But everybody was at school one day, and we were like 5 wins away from winning that whatever season. And so I went home and I just sat there and grinded for like the afternoon and got us the win because like nobody else could because they were all at school. But I was like, so then that's when I kind of I was like, dude, there's got to be something more than this. Like, I've always heard of pro gaming, but I don't know how to get into it. And this definitely isn't it because I'm not a pro gamer and I'm winning these things. And so Brody, I saw we would watch like YouTube videos of like Call of Duty, like search and destroy together, and we would play like pubs, thinking it was the same. And then we discovered game battles. I don't remember if somebody like plugged it in their video, and then we like I don't know. I don't know how we came upon it, but we found it on YouTube.
Googled, like competitive search and destroy and game battles probably would have been the
That
first
could have
link.
also been the way it happened, but no, we found it, and then I didn't initially like play. I was like, nah, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. Like, I'm not that good.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
like
on that
looking back
website-
at it now, I'm just like, wow, I was so naive. But that Luke, our friend Luke, and Brody, they were playing split screen on GBs, and which is like not allowed. And I watched them one night, and I was like, dude, I love this. And I had an Xbox at the time,
Yo, hold on.
but
Were you thinking, yo, these guys suck?
dude, yeah, I was like, wow, dude. I was like, how? What? This is like Major League Gaming? And so I was like, I went home immediately, got on my laptop, not downloaded. I got an account on MLG and everything,
Mhm.
and made. We all made like a clan, like the Vague clan is what we were,
Oh
Vague
yeah.
Gaming, and
Uh-huh.
we all made vague names, and we were like
Big
we'd
nine.
play like 4v4s, 5v5s, 3v3s on GBs. I went and bought a PlayStation because we knew that the competitive was switching over to PlayStation instead of Xbox.
Yep.
I almost got a team to go to New Orleans for the last event in Advanced Warfare.
Wait, really?
Yeah, dude. I was literally like everybody with the Xbox that I knew, like an Xbox One. I was texting them. I was like, "Yo, play with me for a week. Let's
Yo,
go
you
to
should have
NOLA."
texted me.
I didn't
'Cause
know, bro. Like
there
we
wasn't
didn't.
an age
We
limit, was there?
what?
There wasn't an age like restriction back
No,
then.
that was before because Black Ops 3 was the age restriction.
Yeah, bro.
So
Yeah, we didn't
either
even know
way, I
that.
was 18, so I would have been able to go. But so I texted my friend Chris, and he was like, "All right, I'm down." I was like, "Yo, we split this 4 ways. We get a hotel, we drive down there. It's only like a 10-hour drive.
Yeah.
Let's do this." And we got, I think it was us two, and then Brody said he would go, but he was like kind of on the fence about it.
Mhm.
So we did. I mean, we didn't even get a fourth, so it didn't end up happening. And then I watched it the whole weekend, and I was like, "Wow, we would have got slaughtered." Because I didn't know all these other game modes existed. Because we had just like gotten good at search and destroy to where we weren't
Wait,
losing
okay,
8
so you
matches
were
a night
so you were planning on going to an open event
with no
without
respawn.
even knowing that like
Absolutely,
hardcore was
yeah,
captured. That's funny.
no knowledge. Like
There was league play or
we play. No, we knew that they were like the game modes were there, like the uplink and the hard point and all that. We just didn't know how to play it.
okay. I thought you were saying like you were gonna go in there and expect to only play search.
No. I knew it. I knew how it was because like I watched some Black Ops 2. I even watched I watched some Ghosts, some competitive matches in Ghosts because like there was one time I went to a homecoming dance and my friend Garrett was at home watching Optic versus Complexity, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And and then I sat there and like watched it with them for like 5 minutes. I was like, dude, I'm going home. Like I'd rather play COD than watch it. And now look at me. But yeah, that's kind of crazy that like I don't know. Like I didn't give up. I kind of gave up sports. I didn't really, but I'll get into that in my intro. But did you miss anything else? Did my little talking of gaming spark anything else up about yourself that you want to talk about
It
before
just
we
got me
transition?
excited to play some Warzone after this.
What's that?
It just got me excited to play some Warzone
Oh
after
yeah,
this.
dude, absolutely. I might have to hop on. But okay, so at this point in the episode, we're gonna take a tiny break to shed some light on our new partnership slash affiliate status with CLX Gaming. They are a company out of Kansas. They build PCs for mostly for gaming purposes. But
Great prices.
great,
Great price.
and it's built in the USA, so USA baby. But yeah, so if you want to get your hands on a new PC, and you're watching this on YouTube or listening to this on your favorite podcast app, we will include a link so you can click on it and you can go get yourself a new PC. And tell them your friends at Barebone sent you. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit, but yeah, show CLX some love. If you want a PC, go give them a look and get yourself something nice. So, okay, now I gotta talk about myself now, don't I?
Like, who is Jay?
Okay? So my name is Jason. I am the J of the Jay and Bo Show. One just like Bo. I was born and raised in Kansas. Same area, pretty much. Oh my god, my phone's ringing.
Well, to my knowledge, only a couple miles apart from each other.
Yeah, actually. Well, so funny story though. I was not raised in the same town. I was actually like I lived in this like country ass town before that. And I'm not gonna say the name, but I'm sure we've probably talked about it before. But I lived a few miles east of here before. Okay. And farmhouse, like acreage, horses, all this shit, like yeehaw. And then I moved to town when I was in like second grade, I think, and then that's when I moved to the town that I am currently living in. But yeah, and then I basically started playing sports, football, when I was in kindergarten, and I fucking loved it, man. I loved the competition. I grew up. What's up?
Football started in kindergarten?
No, bro. Okay, so my brother was on a flag football team, and this is what I was gonna say. The reason I'm so competitive to this day is because me and my brother are like 17 months apart, and we grew up like basically beating the shit out of each other in the yard because of how competitive we were. Like, we'd play one-on-one baseball, we'd play one-on-one basketball, one-on-one football, because we grew up on a farm, and we didn't have we had friends, but none of their freaking parents wanted to bring them out to our house all the time, because we lived like 8 miles outside of town. So we grew up kind of like competing against each other and everything. And anyways, so yeah, I started playing in kindergarten because my brother, his flag football team, needed one, because once again we grew up in a very small town and there was not a lot of people to choose from, and they needed one. So I stepped in at a practice one day. It was actually funny story. This kid ran into a freaking those little hose things that like you pull straight up and it like drops water out. It's like a hydrant, but it's like a pole sticking out of the ground.
Kind of.
You like screw a hose to it, and it's got like this little arm.
Oh,
on the back.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay, so we practiced at a park, or my brother practiced at a park, and my mom took me to every practice, and we just watched. And I was in kindergarten, and this kid hit the freaking pole. Like, he was running, and he just ran into the pole, and he like broke his leg or something. So they were down a kid, and then they had me. They're like, "Hey, do you want to play?" Because like once again, I'm like not old enough to play, but I was like old enough because I was like right there with them. I was like a year and a half younger than them. So I played running back because that's what the kid played. And dude, I just started scoring touchdowns, bro. And this coach was like, "Dude, you want to play?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, I'm a kindergartner. I can't play. Fuck yeah, I'll play."
You should have said, "You gonna pay me?"
Yeah, where's my contract, bro? No, so I started playing, and dude, like, I'm not trying to like flex, but they literally just threw the ball to me like every fucking play. Like they
Dang, bro.
pitched it or handed it off to me every play because like I was so small and like nobody could grab my flag. So it's just so it's not like I was better or like faster than anybody. It's just like I was just so much smaller, dude. Because like still to this day, I'm still pretty small. Uh, Besides like I work out in the gym, so I get I try to get a little bigger. But anyways, so yeah, and then yeah, moved to town, moved to the bigger town out west, and just vibed, played football, a little bit of Call of Duty, and then graduated in 2015, so about 5 years ago. Actually,
Dang.
almost
You
6 now.
graduated 4 years before me.
Yeah, yeah.
We
We were
we
never in
weren't
high
in high
school
school.
together, were we?
It's crazy.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, I played football all through high school. Started my junior and senior year, and I had some offers going into college, but dude, I was like halfway, like between like gaming and I don't know, like heartbreak in football, and because like we had lost like the first round of playoffs, and we were like the number one seed in the state,
Yeah.
like coming in,
Mhm.
and I was fucking tore up about that. And I was like, dude, honestly, like one, my body is not like in the physical condition to go play another 4 years in college because
Yeah,
I'm already been,
especially college football. I feel
yeah,
like college football is a completely different
it's a
beast than
whole
high
new
school
level, bro.
football.
I know a lot of guys that have done it, and it's like it's your life. Like there's nothing else. It's football, and
Yeah, like
especially
you
if
wake
you're,
up, lift, then
yeah,
class, practice, lift.
and like everything you do is football. And I one, you got to work even harder than everybody else coming from a small town because most of the time like you're either a walk on at a D1 or you're filling a community college spot because they have to fill community spots, or you're going to a D2 school where you were probably highly recruited or whatever, but there's still 50 people on that squad that are as good or way better than you. So
Yeah,
you got to bust your ass
all
like
trying to
constantly.
outwork you.
Yeah, exactly. So you gotta like bust your ass. Like high school, it's like weird because some people just go out to go out, and some people actually care. But usually in football, like in college, like people are there because they want to be there.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was like, you know what? I don't want to go through 4 years of just getting my ass kicked, especially if it's not like a D1 school, which I had like one D1 opportunity, not a scholarship, but I was like, once again, it's just like, dude, my body is not there. And I didn't want to like go through another 4 years just to lose my last game again and have that whole mixture of emotions come up again. So I was
Mhm.
like, you know what? I'm just not going to play. So I started gaming, and that's kind of where my gaming stuff took off. And like I said, I mean, I've touched on that earlier with talking about like advanced warfare and stuff.
Yep.
But shoot, Bo, that's about the time that we started, knowing each other, or when
Yeah.
we met.
So I okay, I know you're not done, but I want to ask like
No, yeah, go ahead.
how because I don't really know this. How did you learn of who I am? Like how did you know who I am?
So you know this. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay. I know one reason, but I don't know if that's the like main way you
yeah.
know of me.
Okay, so in high school, I was dating this girl. We're just gonna leave her name out of it because it's not important. But and I don't want to like expose anybody, but without like them knowing. But
Yeah.
anyways, I was dating this girl, and like things didn't work out. We were on like the downhill slide, and like we were about to break up pretty much. And me and Bo's sister got put into a group, like a book group in English together, right? And then from that, we like started dating because me and this other girl broke up, and she had just gotten out of like a 4 year relationship, or Bo's sister, and I had
Yeah, it
just
was like
gotten out of
3
like
or 4 years.
like a 1 year relationship. Uh, so I don't know. We started dating, and it was like the summer, and we just like started doing stuff together. And then she told me that Bo was a gamer, and I was like, oh hell yeah, like I'll get along with him. And I
Oh
played
yeah.
baseball with your brother that
Oh
summer.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, so like I was all intertwined in Bo's family, but like I never actually like ever saw Bo because like I think you were still playing baseball at that time too, or
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
playing
yeah, I
some
was.
sport.
Because we have that story
Yeah, that we've told
of
before
the
on a spooky
yeah.
season. But no, so basically there was one day that Bo's sister was like, "Hey, let's go out to Maxwell," and
Yeah, was that when I went with you guys?
yeah, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Yo, or I said, hey, we should ask Bo if he wants to go." She's like, "Okay, that would be fun." So we went out there. We literally drove out there, went to the dock, and just like stood there for a couple minutes and left.
Bro, okay, do you want to know like the one thing I remember talking about on the drive there?
What?
I remember, I'm not gonna say any names, but my girlfriend at the time, I was
Mhm.
mad at her because she replied to me too quickly when I was playing
Yeah.
video games. And I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
remember.
I told you guys, and I was like, I'm thinking about breaking up with this chick because she replies too quickly.
Yes,
And
dude.
and my sister couldn't believe it, and you were like, well, that's understandable.
Yo, and she probably gave me like a death glare. I bet. Uh, but no, that's funny though. I kind of forgot about that. That actually happened. Yeah.
hmm
Okay. Yeah. So that's basically, and then okay. So that's right when like later in that year, Black Ops 3 came out, right? And
Yeah,
then
and that's when we kind of started to. I mean, we played like a private match with all of our friends together.
yeah, and that and we got thrown on the same team, and me and Bo like popped off. I had like 20 kills and he had like 12 or some shit, and the
Yeah.
rest of the team had like breadsticks.
I mean, to be fair, the people we were playing with, they wanted to get into competitive, but they were
I just
no
didn't
offense
have it.
to them if they listened to us, but they were really bad.
Yeah, my girlfriend now, her brother was on the other team.
I remember that.
Scott. Oh God. Oh man, it's all coming back to me now. But no, so yeah, we got into that custom game together, and I was like, yo, Bo's actually pretty good. And then that was when we played with Noah. Like Noah was on the other team.
Yeah.
And then did you go to the LAN that we threw?
Yes, at the Village
Yes.
Geek. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
so
just about to say something about
we
that.
threw we I organized a LAN and basically got all these people to go, and we had this LAN on Black Ops 3 too. So like slowly but surely we started like playing together, and then
Hold on, I want to say something.
yeah.
The only reason, and I mean the only reason we lost that tournament
Was
was
because
because
we
you
had
guys had
cable.
Cave on.
I knew that was coming.
Hey,
Oh man.
he is a professional Fortnite player now, so
Yeah, yeah, he is, and I'm not, but I was good at COD, so I don't know. Yeah, he definitely helped us out a lot there.
you guys also did have Micah, so
Yeah, and he left like near the end of the tournament too. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So we became friends because of my connection with his sister. But
mhm.
now Bo's the only one I talk to out of the whole family. So it's like, yeah, because we game, and then like, no, what was it? Okay, so after Black Ops 3, back to
Oh,
me.
World War II.
Yeah, so no, it was Infinite Warfare
Oh yeah,
first.
that's right.
It was Infinite Warfare, and this game like literally has defined the rest of my life, Bo. Like the more I think about it and put it into perspective, Infinite Warfare has made me who I am today because
Really.
it was so bad. Okay, like I played with a guy that I used to team with, like competitive. We'd play tournaments and all this stuff, like the first couple weeks of Infinite Warfare. And he introduced me to this guy named Vader, we were competing with this guy named Vader, about to go to
Okay.
Vegas because this guy had lived in Vegas or like near Vegas. I don't remember.
Oh, wait, wait. You were gonna go to Vegas in IW?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shit.
different game.
Okay.
But we were gonna go, and this guy was a little bitch, dude. Like he fucking got under my skin every
Okay.
day, bro.
The same guy we tried to team with for like a couple days on Black Ops 4.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Okay.
Uh, no, 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 no. I know who you're talking about. No,
Oh,
different
okay.
guy. But anyways, so we were gonna go, okay, and I played Formal and Blast in a 3v3 tournament with this kid and one of our other teammates, and not the Bader kid. I shit you not. I had their number besides Blast. I don't know who the third was out of the group. He was like some S&D star because I didn't fucking know his name.
Was it
But
Simp?
no, there's no way. He would have fried my shit. I knew Simp back then. I didn't fucking. There's no way I would have forgot him. But no, it was Formal, Blast and someone else. And dude, I had 13 kills against them, and we went to. It was like 5-4, and we had. I don't remember what the fucking map was, but it was like that. I don't even know how to describe it honestly. It's like it's a wide open lane in the middle lane, and it's like two big ass buildings like on each side, and then on the left side of the map, like it's got. I'm not even gonna try. I can't do it. But anyways, we ended up losing 6-4, and my teammate that was supposed to be like the hard carry, like shit the bed that entire week of tournaments and scrimming
Bro,
and shit.
some people just can't hang with the
Dude,
pressure.
he's good though. Like the kid is good, and he's got good internet, and he's nasty, and he's smart at the game. But then when he gets into a high pressure situation, folds. And I was like, no, that's not my teammate. Fuck that. I'll take a fucking I'll take a communicator, can
Team
depend
player,
on somebody. Like I'll take that any day over talent.
like 12-year-old Bo in league play, Black Ops 2.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, anyways, that pretty much like put a bad taste in my mouth, and then I went to go team with these guys I was teaming with in Black Ops 3, like near the end. And this
Mm-hmm.
guy, like, pretty much, he was this big talker. He's like, oh, contracts are coming in the mail. We're going to full fund you to go to Vegas, all this shit. And basically, he told me, he was like, listen, I'm dropping everybody except for you, and you can build a team. But we're not going to give you a contract, and we're not going to fund you. I was like, okay, well, I'm out. Like, why the fuck? What are you providing for me? Like,
Yeah.
why would I represent you? And so me and that one guy that we teamed with in Black Ops 4, we kind of just dipped out and did our own thing. But we just played like 2v2s, and then for like a week or two, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, man? Like, at this point, I don't even know what I was doing. I think I was like working some shit job, and I just didn't know. Oh, I was working
Were
at
you
Dollar
in college
General.
at this point?
No, okay, so I went to K-State for like a year. Actually, yeah, I was. I was in community college. I did take like a year off in between K-State and community college, or like one semester, just like you.
Yeah.
But I basically I was in community college, and like I hated it. I was working at Dollar General, and I was only part-time. But what they
Yeah.
did was they scheduled me for 3 8-hour shifts, and guess what day they scheduled me on? The weekend.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, every fucking time. And then so it's actually a mixture of Dollar General and Infinite Warfare. So Infinite Warfare, I was fucking tired of it. I kept playing tournaments just because like I was competitive, wanted to keep playing.
Mm.
But then Dollar General, they fucking scheduled me on Thanksgiving, and I straight up, I told them, I was like, "Yo, I worked Halloween. Don't schedule me for Thanksgiving." I was like, "You schedule me on weekends. When I told you not to schedule me on weekends, I told you to spread my 20 hours, 25 hours over the week. You could give me 5-hour days, whatever." But you chose to give me the weekends. So I was like, let me have this one. Don't schedule me for Thanksgiving. What do they fucking do? I get scheduled on Thanksgiving by myself, without a manager, without an assistant manager, without any help on Thanksgiving in a fucking retail store. Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
So Dollar General and Infinite Warfare.
So
After that Thanksgiving Day, was that when you were like, nah, quit your job?
Thanksgiving Day, bro. All of my family, like this was like the first year we didn't do anything together. So it was like
Mhm.
my mom and my dad were like, no, we're not really doing anything. We're just gonna have sandwiches here, blah blah blah, eat together as like a like immediate family, like my brother and sister and blah blah whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, dude, whatever. So I left in my Dollar General uniform, and I was like, on my drive to Dollar General, I was like, fuck this. I was like, fuck this. I'm going to Luke's house. So I went out to my friend Luke's house, and my boss was calling me, texting me, and I was like, I'm not coming in. I told you, don't schedule me on Thanksgiving. And she's like, wow, okay, so you're just a no call, no show then? And I was like, yep.
Of
And
course.
and she's like, okay, well, that's your first offense. So next time I'm gonna have to let you go. I was like, go ahead and let me go now. Like I don't want to, I don't want to be
Dang.
here anymore.
Dang.
So
Bro, low key, that's something I would say with my current job.
yeah, bro, it's like one of those things. Like, don't fucking tempt me, man.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
so,
Bro.
anyways, that night, bro, my mom was like texting me, calling me, like asking me where I was, if I was at work, all this stuff. I just like
Mhm.
kind of ignored her, and then like a couple hours later, I was like, no, I quit. And she was like, why? And I was like,
So, did you go to the? I know you went to the military. Did you go to the military soon after this?
yes, dude, that's where I was just getting to. Okay, so, Brody, okay, we had worked together at Dollar General,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, I went over to Brody's house later that night because I had like a really bad like panic attack
Uh-huh.
because I don't know, I've never had like, like mental health issues like that,
Well, I
like
mean, it's
anxiety or anything.
understandable. You were
There was a lot of
having
shit going on, bro.
yeah, you were having to pay for college. You just quit your job that you hated, and I'm sure you hated going there like every
Yep,
weekend.
exactly. So and
And you're
then
like,
like Infinite
well, I
Warfare
need money.
fucking sucked too. So it's like all that shit just added up. And then so yeah, I went over to Brody's house that night, brought my laptop, started playing Minecraft because
As
like
you do.
his presence in those times are like key for me because he goes through it like a lot more than I do. So the only time like I've been there through like a lot of his anxiety attacks. So I always knew like he would know how to like calm me down if I ever got to that point, and he always has. Like the 3 or 4 rare times that I've had like a panic or anxiety attack, it's always like I'd go talk to Brody for 4 hours and I'm good.
Hmm.
But so I go over to his house and I started talking through everything, and he knows the position I'm in, so he's just kind of like a yes man, but within reason. So I
Yeah.
told him, I was like, bro, I want to join the military. Fuck Dollar General. I quit already. Like I could go back because like they're desperate, but I don't want to go to school anymore. All this school shit. It was like right around finals time.
Hmm.
So I called up my Air Force recruiter. I actually texted him at 4:30 in the morning, and I said, whatever, because I already had gone through the ringer with like getting into the Air Force because I had like a big ass wart on the bottom of my foot, and then like I got into trouble in high school, so we had to like get like some shit to get that out of the way to where I could process through MEPS, which is like how you get in the military. So I was
Hmm.
like, I kind of gave up on the process because it took like a year long. And that's when I was going to community college and working for Dollar General and competing in IW, all that shit. That's kind of what led up to this panic attack. But, anyways, so I texted my recruiter. I was like, dude, do whatever. I'll do whatever I got to do. Just get me in. And then we did what we had to do like the next day. And then a month later, I got cleared into the Air Force. And then I got a like, fucking not a logistics job. It was like cybersecurity or some fucking like smart ass job because I had a really high ASVAB score, which is
Hmm.
like the ACT to get into the military, but it's not a fucking ACT. It's like a basic knowledge test. Uh, and so he got me into this like really really high job, and it had like a signing bonus and all that shit. So I was like, fuck yeah. And then I wanted to try out for special operations. That was my one thing that I ever wanted to do in the military. I was like, fuck that office job. I want to go do this. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
But you have to have a contract before I can like let you do that, because you can only be here in Kansas for so long before we have to send you to basic training. So if you don't make it, you can try as many times as you want, but if you don't make it, you got to have something to fall back on, because he's like, legal, whatever.
Yeah.
So dude, I tried out three total times. The second time I was like a few seconds away on my mile and a half time, like 15 or something, and like a couple push-ups. And dude, it fucking destroyed me. And I was like, dude, I'm like, I feel like I'm at my physical peak right now. I can't fucking do this.
Uh-huh.
And then I made it the next time. It was freezing fucking cold out, Bo. Like I'm talking like 20 fucking degrees. So every single test, no matter what, you have to go to the pool. You don't have to swim if you're not like if that's not part of your test, but you have to go to the pool, sit in that steamy ass fucking room, and then they take you to this track down the street in Kansas City, and you do your push-ups, your sit-ups, and then pull-ups, and then you do your run. And so like we're in this steamy ass room, bro, and then you go out into the cold, and it's like holy fucking shit, it's like culture shock. And this dude, our instructor, was gone that week, and I think that's why, because like the pressure got lifted off of me, because this dude had been training me for like so long, and finally like this guy, new guy, breath of fresh air. I
Yeah.
fucking killed my mile and a half time. I killed my push-ups and sit-ups record, and I got like 20 pull-ups, and like the bare minimum is like 10, I think 10 or 12.
Yo, you popped off.
So I fucking popped off, bro. And then so the next day I like developed like a low form of fucking pneumonia, bro. Like I was coughing my fucking lungs out, and I had that for like a week, and because of the cold and all
Yeah.
that shit. And then, yeah, anyways, so I went to the military, went through all that shit. Basically, I was in the special operations career field in the Air Force, and I tore my hamstring in the one of like the prep course, like week 4 or 5, something like that, in the 8-week course.
Mm-hmm.
And turns out, like I got this injection, and then turns out they found out I had a broken back. Shocker. Surprise, motherfucker. You have a broken back.
Yo, by the way, your back's broken.
Yeah, dude, that's literally how it happened. I was sitting in my physical or athletic trainer's office, and they're like, we got your blood results back. They're fine. But have you ever had back problems? And I was like, I mean, fuck, dude, I've
Now that
never.
you mention it, yeah.
Now that you mention it, I kind of feel like I'm 90 years old. Uh, no, but I was like, no, like I go to a chiropractor like monthly when I was in football, just because we fucking hit each other every day in practice, and then you hit somebody on Friday like 50 times, your back gets out of whack. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the fucking chiropractor once a month or twice a month,
Yeah.
and that's it. But then they're like, oh well, blah 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 blah. Here's what's wrong with your back, you fucking cripple. You get out of the Air Force, pretty much. And so it was not that quick, but it went by like super fucking slow. I fucking hated it, and then they finally let me go home, and it was like the biggest, like the one of the best days of my life. I was like, fuck yeah. Even though I didn't want to go home, it was just like the shit that they put me through. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there, because I was around the government shutdown in 2018,
Yeah.
2017, 2018. And then I got home in 2018, like January. And uh, yeah, and then I tried to just like restart my life. And that's when Fortnite came out. And I was like practicing World War II with the team to.
Actually, hold on. I want to tell you my perspective from when you were in the military.
Mhm.
So I think I'm not 100%, but I think that night me, you, and my sister hung out and went to Maxwell.
Mhm.
I think that's like you were getting ready to leave for the military.
Oh yeah. Wait, wait,
And
wait, wait. No, was it?
I'm not sure, but I remember you gave me before. Either way, you gave me your monitor, which I'm using at this very moment, and a like tub of blue ice G Fuel before you left for the
Bro.
military. And
Yes. That's when
Dang,
that
bro,
was.
am I ever gonna see this guy again?
Yeah,
And
dude,
then,
I started giving shit away like I was about to die, bro.
yeah, bro, I was like, yo, what is this guy gonna get sent overseas and like die? But no, then you play like you brought your PlayStation with you to the Air Force, and I remember me, you, and
Well,
my
I
friend
came back.
Gage.
I came back and got it. I didn't take it with me to
Oh yeah,
basic
yeah, yeah.
training. Yeah, I came back. Yeah, but anyways, go
But
ahead.
so me, you, and my friend Gage played a 3v3 wager for like a
Yo, yeah.
dollar, and in the middle of that wager, something happened.
Bro,
You had
so
like an inspection or something.
when we okay, so this was when I was it's called a student out of training. Um they called us SOTs. And we were in one of the dorm like there's two dorm rooms on like in our area, and the one that we're in is like where like all the losers go pretty much before they go off to their next job or whatever.
Yeah.
They basically you're not gonna make it in this pipeline anymore is basically what they're saying, whether you quit, get injured, whatever. Everybody goes through this before they go to their next step. And so I was playing PlayStation because, like, what the fuck else do I do with my life? We literally sat in a room for 8 hours a day with a 30-minute lunch break, and you either read a book or stare at a wall. Like, unless you don't have a detail, which is like a job pretty much, but that you don't get paid for. It's just,
Just something to do.
it's a chore basically from your mom. So basically, I would play PlayStation in the evening, and this one fucking night, man, these
The one night we
dumbass.
decided to play together.
Yes, the one that was the first wager I ever played on World War II, ever. I played
It might
like
have been mine as well, low key.
yeah, and I felt so fucking bad. But dude, this jackass comes into my fucking room and he's like, "Hey, we're doing like a mock inspection before the MTIs come in, which or the MTLs, which is like military training leaders. They're like basically they're dorm advisors. They watch over you so you don't do anything stupid, and they're in charge of like disciplinary actions whenever you need it." So these two dumbass kids like the week before got into a fucking fight. And so now we're on these like heavy restrictions, like don't do this, don't do that. Now we're gonna do inspections. If you fail, you're fucked. Blah blah blah. But dude, these guys loved me because like at that point I did not give a fuck about anything, and so I literally knew I was going home. So I didn't break the rules, but I was super cool. I was just like,
Bro,
whatever, man. Like
you wanna hear like what happened the rest of that wager?
what? You guys got fucking throttled?
No, bro, we almost clutched it.
Really?
Yeah.
Free
We
dollar for Jay.
bro, we almost I think we got like 4 rounds on them,
Yeah.
and we lost like 6-4 in a 2v3.
That's so fucking dumb. Like, if I would have been there, we would have won. But, dude, this
Easily.
dude walks into my room, and he's like, shut that shit off. We're doing mock inspections. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Because he was like my rank, too. Like, he had no
Yo, he came in yelling at
seniority over
you,
me.
and
Yeah,
he's the same rank as you?
literally. And I was
Bro,
like,
you should have
bro,
dropped him.
what? And he's like, yeah, directly from, like, the student leaders, like, turn your shit off. We're doing a mock inspection. I was like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. If there's an MTL leading this, I'll do it. Like, whatever. But no, he was like, yo, turn that off. I was like, dude, I'm like in the middle of a game right now. And he's like, okay. He like walked out for a second. He comes back in. He's like, dude, turn that shit off. Like, back to what I said. I was like, we're doing a student inspection. So I fucking turn it off, unplug it, put it in my drawer like I'm supposed to. They didn't even look at my fucking room. And then we go out, and then the MTLs are like, yo, we're not doing this. This was just like, your warning. Don't fuck up, blah, blah, blah. I come back. By the time I come back, like, you guys are already done. And I was like, dude, I fucking hate my life. Like, what the fuck? That was the most pointless shit ever. But yeah. And then me and Brody went back to Fortnite because World War II fucking sucked.
Yep.
And we actually played a World War II tournament like right before I left to come back home, and we got second place. It was actually kind of crazy, but in S&D. But then we started playing Fortnite, bro, and yeah, that shit consumed.
Bro, I don't know why, but Fortnite just I don't even remember it. I played that game so much. I probably have more wagers played in that game than I have in all Call of Duties combined.
Dude, I had like over 500 games played, like
Bro, yeah,
competitive.
you and Brody grinded competitive.
Dude, I'm telling you, I got my severance check from the Air Force and I used it to game. Like, that's about it, bro. Like, I literally, I woke up at like noon every day. My dad fucking hated it because I was living with him, and this is why
Yeah.
like I eventually moved out. But I I woke up at noon. I ate a breakfast, and then I pretty much played Fortnite the rest of the day until like 4 or 5 in the morning. Sometimes 7 or 8, and then I'd sleep for 5 or 6 hours, and I'd do it again. Like that was
Okay,
literally
hold
every
on.
day.
So I want to talk about how we've kind of became friends because during this entire time we weren't really friends. We knew each other and we knew
Right.
we both like gamed, but we weren't
That's like
really
the next
friends.
step in my life, is
Yeah.
what you're
So
about to introduce. Yeah.
so for me, my sister. Okay, so you went to UMG North Carolina, right? In Black
South.
Ops 3, South Carolina,
Yeah.
in Black Ops 3, and I remember like I don't know if they did it back then, but like they did open bracket live streams.
Yep.
And my sister gave me your Snapchat because I wanted to text you and ask you like, yo, do you know if you're gonna be on stream?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I got your Snapchat. And then fast forward, what, 3 years to Black Ops 4.
Yeah, that would be about right. Yep.
I was driving home from school. Uh, Black Ops 4 had been announced, but the game hadn't come out yet. This was August, and they announced an open CWL, I think is what it was called, CWL Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
They announced it, and I texted Jason as I was driving home from school, and I texted him and I said, "Bro, do you wanna go to CWL Vegas?" And I remember you asked me, you said to watch or to compete, and I'm like to compete, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm down." And we had it perfectly planned out. It was gonna be me, you, Brody, and Gage,
Mm-hmm.
because me and Gage were a duo, and you and Brody were a duo.
Right.
But then they announced 5v5, and then ever since then it went downhill.
Then we had to go find a fifth, and then
Uh-huh.
Brody ended up not wanting to go, and then we
Mhm.
found a filler last minute to go, and
But yeah, that's kind of where
we've
our
already
friendship
talked.
started.
Yeah, we've already talked about that in the past, which we might talk about again on the revamp.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, and then we spent like a weekend in Vegas together and did everything together. Stayed in the same room, played together, did walked around the venue together when we weren't playing, and then
I
after
mean,
that we just started like gaming, literally like until what was it, like February when we stopped playing together
yeah, about February.
because we didn't get a team pass to Fort Worth, and
Yeah.
then
Bro, I love the way we quit Black Ops 4 because at the time Jose was kind of like the boss. I don't want to say
yeah,
the boss, but like he was like, "Yo, make sure you're
team
on."
lead.
And me and you, the same exact day, we were in this group chat, and somebody asked like, "Are we practicing today?" And me and you both said, I think I'm just gonna take the day off." And that day turned into 2 days, and
Yeah.
then 3 days, and then 3 weeks, and then months.
Yep. And yeah, that whole situation was kind of shitty. We were good. If we would have gone to Fort Worth, we would have probably made it. But
Yeah.
either way, and then after that, yeah, we just kind of like didn't really. I mean, we would Snapchat here and there, and like game here and there.
Hmm. And
But
then, well, after after that, no, actually, during Black Ops 4 was when we came up with the idea with the podcast.
yeah, true. That's right.
Yeah, because me and you were like the only two left. Everybody else got off, and me and you were just playing pubs, and it was like
Yeah.
3 a.m. or something, and we
Oh
started
my
talking
God,
about
how did I
different
forget about
dimensions and
that?
stuff. Yeah, bro, that's how this started.
Yes, we stayed up till like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, just talking about like different dimensions and dreams and like deja vu and everything.
Yeah, dude, that shit was insane. And then we like recorded it when we were playing Minecraft, and I think yeah, and then we started recording episodes when I was out in Virginia, and yeah, that was kind of the next step. I went to college again. Well, left community college and went to actual college, uh, and now here I am. Just sitting
Yeah.
here,
So,
a couple
yo, I
semesters away from
know.
graduation.
Dang, bro.
Yeah, dude. Only a semester and a half.
Yo, congratulations.
It's not there yet, dude.
Anyway.
Don't speak too soon.
My bad. Yo, but okay, I know we said we were gonna make this like 30 minutes, but we're almost an hour in, so
Right.
I gotta ask you something else.
What's up?
So we kind of touched on it earlier with CLX, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Link in description. Click on it
Yeah.
if you're looking for a PC. Great
Plug.
PCs, great prices.
Plug. Yeah.
But so you go to this college in Virginia now,
Oh yeah, you want to
and
hear
you
my story?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say it briefly so we don't go too long here. But
Okay.
so basically, as a part of an internship, well, first off, I got an internship at like some esports journalism thing, and
Hold on. To preface this, your college is like well known for esports, right?
yeah, it's like the only college in the country with like a major like a degree program and a fully like operational arena, um, and we're like one of the first, not the first, but one of the first to have like the degree, like an esports degree. So my degree is esports media and communication, and I used to have an emphasis in esports management, but that entailed that I had to take accounting too online, and I tried it, and it's not happening, and it will never happen.
You just
So
said nah,
I
dog.
dropped that emphasis, and now I'm just pursuing the media and communications. But on the esports track, you have to have like 6 credits of experiential learning, which is basically like internships and like or throwing an event or whatever. Like our director is really cool. He pretty much like as long as he knows it's going to benefit us, he'll let you do it and whatever. So I got offered an internship to basically write stories on the CDL, the Call of Duty League, and I was doing it. I did it for like the launch weekend at Minnesota.
I remember. I think I read the article you wrote
Yeah,
actually.
and it was like draining, bro. Like I stayed up through. I watched every single match. I took notes on every single match. I wrote stories on pretty much summarizing the weekend, and I spent like over 30 hours of the weekend like working. And I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm not gonna be able to do that."
Yeah.
But I was gonna tone it back, but then I got offered another internship, basically to start a company with my professor, and long story short, I'm not gonna get like too deep into that, but it didn't work out how we wanted it to. We got like a lot of streamers on board, and it was like really fun. I was the graphic designer and video editor, like social media manager, basically directed operations for a while without having the title of director of operations. I did a lot for that company, but then our paths kind of diverged, and they wanted to go one way and I wanted to go the other, so we parted ways. And then COVID happened. Well, that's COVID happened, and then I parted ways because I was kind of stuck in Kansas and I didn't really want to come back out to Virginia. And so we parted ways, and then I had this idea, Brody and I kind of, but I pursued it. Brody said we should start our own, like jokingly, and then he like our own organization jokingly, and then
Yeah.
we talked about it more, and we talked about it more, and then when we went out to Virginia to move my stuff back home, we talked about it more, and I like had 17 hours both ways, to think more on it, and like I decided to start my own, and we named it Bare Bones Gaming. And before we went live, before we started planning stuff, I started asking people if they would be interested, and I hit up Bo because Bo was on my radar for nostalgia, but that didn't work out because
Well, at the time, I don't even think I was streaming
no, you weren't
for
streaming, but you
nostalgia.
were playing Warzone. You were asking if we had a Warzone
Oh
team.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
and I wanted to sign you because I knew that you were good, and I knew Brody and Jose would like to play with you, but I knew that the other person was not going to play, or the Gage wouldn't play with Brody and Jose. Jose and Brody wouldn't play with Gage, so it wasn't
Yeah,
going to work out.
there's some bad blood there.
Yeah, so I knew that wasn't going to work out, so I just kind of like, hey, like, maybe keep them on the radar, but I'm not going to replace, our two now for these two because they already signed contracts, all that stuff. So anyways, when I came and had my opportunity of doing my own thing, Bo hadn't been in a contract, so there was no non-compete that I could grab him. Brody and Jose had been dropped, so there was no non-compete there because they'd been dropped. I got my non-compete dropped because I had been an employee at what could be considered as a competing brand, so I didn't want to get in trouble. I wanted to make sure that like there was legalities, covered there. But then we did it, and now we're waiting on jerseys. We got a whole team of streamers. We got, I think, we got like 9 streamers now. Or something like that. I don't know. We got a couple COD guys, a couple Apex girls. We have Kit. She plays Dead by Daylight, and then Dill, our boy, playing Madden, bro. He's going to play. Actually, that's tonight. He's playing in the Miami club, like championship club or whatever.
I was wondering when that was. I saw that on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, club championship. It's tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is today on the 22nd of October, which will be past by the time this goes out.
Yep.
But hopefully by the time y'all are hearing this, our boys already secured a spot in the Dolphins franchise under the Madden Club Championship. But
Dolphins, baby.
But yeah, that's kind of what we got going on. We got, like I said, we got jerseys on the way. Limited edition for the players and 2 lucky fans. Then
I know we gave one away. Did we give the other one away?
Yeah, Rabbi did a giveaway in her stream as well, and that's all we had to like offer. And then, for the next one, we'll probably give everybody an extra shirt or sweatshirt or whatever to give away to their fans. But also, yeah, no, we're gonna keep that quiet for a little bit because we got something in the works. Don't worry.
Wait, do I know about it?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll tell you about it after if you don't. Okay. But yeah, so bare bones, that's kind of the end of the story for me. Into my intro to meet Jason. It's gonna continue.
Bro, we kind of like started separate paths and we kind of ended together.
Dude, for real. Like we're not done, cute. But we're here.
Yeah, so far, I mean.
Yeah. We definitely.
Let me ask you something.
What's up?
Did you ever think you would ever create a podcast?
Like a whole podcast brand, or like be on a
podcast? Yeah. Like not like a single episode, but like a brand, like what we're trying to do.
Dude, absolutely not. I never had listened to a podcast, I don't think, before we started. After we started, I started listening to podcasts because I was like, yeah, damn, that might be interesting. And now, like, I never would have thought that I would be creating my own, or like investing in stuff to make it like sound good. Because like our past podcasts, they didn't have the best quality, I should say.
Yeah, we didn't mention this earlier, but what comes with the revamp is better quality.
Yes, and new graphics, all that stuff. We're overhauling the brand, as they like to call it.
We're basically cool now.
Yeah. We hit the glow up button. But yeah, anyways, so without I guess going any further, I think we kind of covered everything. Anything in my story, did that ring any bells of something that you'd like to talk about, Bo, ever in your story?
Not for this podcast, but it did give me some ideas for future podcasts.
Ooh, we like to hear that. Yeah. Just so before we go, I just wanted to let everybody know that we are going to be posting weekly now. Hold us to that, please. Because we got schedules. We're definitely going to make it happen, but the more accountability we have, the better. So go ahead and hit my DM. Say, Jason, get your shit together, man. Record a podcast.
You gotta yell at us.
Yeah.
Like physically scream at us.
Yeah, and if you're in our streams ever, say, hey, When are you recording a podcast, man? Where's Bo? Where's Jay? What are you guys doing? So, anyways, but yeah, we're gonna be recording weekly and posting weekly. Next up, in light of the Halloween holiday, we are going to be doing a spooky season like we did last year. I think we did three spooky seasons last year.
I think we did 2.
2?
But I think for the first one we had Chandler on, so we kind of had like 3 different stories for that one. And
Oh,
then
yeah, that's right.
the
Okay.
second one we had 2 different stories. So
Right.
it was kind of like 5 total stories.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna plan on doing something spooky for that. And we're not gonna tell you what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something for spooky season. Maybe we'll do a couple episodes. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But without going any further again, I'm probably. I think we got our stories out pretty well. So, we're gonna go ahead and sign off today. If you have any closing thoughts, Bo, be sure to let the people know.
Thanks for listening. CLX gaming PCs.
Yeah,
Great
like
PCs, great prices.
Yep, exactly what Bo said. If you're in the market for a new PC, if you're looking to get your son, your brother, your daughter, your best friend, your cousin a PC for Christmas, go ahead, click that link. Yeah, I don't know about an infant child, but maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Give it a few years.
If you need a PC, go to CLX. That's what we're trying to say, okay? Okay, well, that's going to close today's episode of the Jay and Bo Show out. Thank you guys for tuning in wherever you may be. And with that, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Goodbye.